While hip-hop and electronic music are at the forefront, Saudi Arabia's homegrown music industry is at a pivotal stage. The artists are questioning, what is the community receptive to? And how do different genres come together to create the identity of a whole nation? Now that everything has changed, who do we sound like?
The community now is much, much bigger. I love it. I love how it's diverse. I love how you have more females who are coming out there with confidence and singing and playing. They're reaching international. There's a lot of beautiful DJs, musicians, pianists, singers. They stand on stage and they sing like beautiful lyrics they wrote. And it really gives me goosebumps, like Fulana and the other girls. They come to me and telling me like, Loulwa, you are the reason why we are singing now. And it just kills me. And I'm like, really, I can't believe it. And they're like, yes, because every time we come and watch you, how you just do it and you're doing what you love freely. Whenever we feel fear or we're scared to do this, we just remember you and you give us that push.
I was just this sad girl on SoundCloud that just wrote about heartache all the time, and they found me and they're like, ah.
I guess usually people, sad people are always on SoundCloud. I mean,
sad people are always on SoundCloud. I've almost kind of self-appointed myself a person to inspire people to be very open with the way that they feel, to speak about topics that are often regarded as taboo, specifically coming from a country like ours. It's sometimes not very easy to talk about, let's say, matters of the heart so openly. To say that you're broken, to say that you're in pain, it's not something we like to say. We're very prideful in our togetherness, and I got my stuff together. I'm unbothered, I'm great in life. It takes a lot of courage to say, no, I'm actually not okay. So the process of going from like a bedroom artist, I'm assuming, to this, terrifying. I remember like when I first started, I didn't even want to appear as a person. Like I wanted the whole gimmick to be, it's like a shadow of a person, or not someone that appears like physically on stage. I like to say I am a producer before anything else. And I just kept at it for years until Wall of Sound found me in 2020.
Yeah.
2021,
yeah,
was it?
No, 2020.
2020.
Yeah. We are an independent record label. We totally believe in the freedom of expression of the artist. It's about you as an artist. We love you as an artist. I'm a fan of this artist. We are a fan of this artist. Fulana is definitely on the top of the list of Wall of Sound. I mean, probably I would definitely go this extra mile and say she defines the sound of Wall of Sound. Fulana is such a treasure. I mean, not just only for the local Saudi scene, but the whole regional scene. I mean, to find someone who can write music and produce music and define the ideas of how this music can go out, and then have the visual of it as well. I mean, there's not only music, but the visual and the artwork and the colors and how all the concept going. I think this is a little bit crazy. I've been working in the music industry for like almost 20 years, and I didn't find someone like Fulana.
Music has always been part of my life ever since I was a child, ever since I existed in this world. We were inseparable. And from that point on, it just matured as I matured as a person, and we kind of grew together hand in hand until music became my career. Making music in Jeddah has been a journey, a beautiful journey. So I emerged alongside a couple of other friends from the Saudi underground. We used to communicate with each other on the internet because that was the only way to communicate and talk about our passion. We were scattered all over the major cities in Saudi. I come from a different background. Like what I do, what I actually produce is electronic music. I find myself more into melodic techno, melodic house, deep house, and Afro house as well, yeah. I remember the first thing I encountered here in Jeddah was hip hop. You also had people who do rock. We had rock bands. We had people who do jazz music, like Loulwa Nassar. She's a jazz singer. We had people who did electronic music, like VinylMode. All kinds of music that came together. And then later on in life, I discovered electronic music, and it was so appealing to me because it combined all of these flavors into one. Saudi does have a specific sound, and in my personal opinion, it stems from the classical Khaliji music. It's the drums, it's our special rhythms, it's about using these beautiful strings, it's about the voices of the people that backing up the main singer. It's a lot of things, you know, and it's up to you as a composer to choose what fits into your piece that you're creating.
J-Town, A-Town, downtown way. Sundown, touchdown, KSA. 966 if you coming my way. This how we live in the KSA. This how we ride palm trees like LA. Reppin' my home.
When people talk about Saudi right now, how Saudi is being portrayed in the world, and also how important is music, art, film in order to change the narrative. And you're part of this storm. You're one of the artists that is in discussion.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna face a lot of this backlash.
Yeah.
From your within, by the way.
Yeah.
From within your community.
Yeah. No,
not
for
from
sure.
outside.
That's why I think I'm at peace with myself, and I don't kind of read the comments or let any of that affect me. أنا ماني داري إيش صاير, how people are reacting, what people are saying. I got no clue.
I kind of want to ask you how you doing now. Like,
I think I'm doing great, to be honest. Like the beginning, it was a struggle because I think we had this conversation like 5 years ago or something before I officially like started doing rap, and now it's just like I feel like it's the time for me to be here. So I guess I started at the right time. I think everything changed, like the way that people kind of perceive women in the industry in general, and if they didn't change how they think, then maybe me and other girls that are in the industry made that change happen.
100%.
So yeah.
One of the cool things I like about you is that you're doing this in a space where it's tough, where they're Arab and even more specific Saudiya, and how people see what art is, especially hip hop. And that's what I always say, we have to change the idea of hip hop. Hip hop is not a bad platform.
Exactly.
It's how you use it.
Yeah.
ايزي فلوي على مودي ماشي بريسي اعطيك بارز وانا اتكلم عربيسي الف باء تاء جيم حاء خاء كلامك ما
Yeah, like I wouldn't be doing rap. Lo Baba Makan Maya. Are you here, Baba? Yeah. Hi, yeah. That's why I do music. Like I want it to be educational. I want it to feel more than just music. You can use it in like psychology, whatever. Like it's something that you can use as a material. I don't do music for me, so it matters what people think about my music. So if I'm not gonna care what they're thinking, then who am I making the music for? So it's a little bit of a, you know, paradox situation. But I do my best to niyat safiya with my music, when my messages are clear. If they reach to the people that I want them to reach, they do. And if they don't, then maybe one day they will listen to it again and be like, oh, that's what she meant, okay. I would say like responsibility-wise, I feel like, because I started in English, right, and Swedish, and I was like, it wasn't working. I felt that I could express myself and I would, you know, write the best raps, but it wasn't reaching the people that I wanted it to reach. So I kind of felt the pressure to do it in Arabic, and that was the only pressure that I felt. In terms of what I'm saying and all that, like no, I was being genuine to myself, but it's just the language. يعني العربي كان شوية يعني لما أتكلم أي جملة it's always like a mix between Arabic and English, so I kind of got a little bit of fight back in terms of mixing Arabic and English.
The narrative is changing.
Yeah.
Because it's our voices, it's our films that are making it in the Oscars or whatever it is, inshallah in the Grammys. Grammys right here, inshallah, right?
I mean,
you know, you never know.
inshallah.
And I'm just saying, the idea is changing, but it's from within. Now, the only thing I would think about that is we have to be okay with ourselves first before them being okay with us.
بس بقول لك شيء بس بقول لك شيء عندي سؤال هل قلبك حي هل قلبك حي كان نفسك تكوني ليا دفة معنوية انت زي حورية انت معنى حرية والله ما انت ايش فيا سلام ومقصود أذية سلام ومقصود أذية.
It's crazy how things are developing. But we're very grateful. I believe not just me and Lujain, like, and so many like-minded artists, we had this strong energy of expressing, and I believe this collective energies just manifest, brought something beautiful that no one ever expected that it will happen on the Saudi grounds. We have a very deep-rooted culture when it comes to art and groove, but in general, you would be impressed with the amount of talents and the depth within these talents. It's not shallow at all, you know. I got inspired from so many local artists here. When it comes of describing the sounds, I'm very much inspired with like Chicago, Detroit house, and shout out to Desert Fish. This guy is a genius artist. He built his own modular systems. He's a great sound designer, and so many. When it comes to house music, we all agree, Baloo, you know. I call him the king of groove. He actually influenced my ear when it comes to listening to groovy and house music. And
it's still forming. We're still forming our sound.
And not just sound, even now we have visual art, you know, with the technology and this modern days, music events are not just about the sound, it's about audiovisual. So we have crazy visual artists, you know, started with Zahra Bendegji, such a great talent. She was doing it really back in the days when no one knows what is visuals. She used to tell me, oh, I want to come bring the projector and I want to like project. Let me always come to your parties.
We could all just go through this journey we call the creative process, independently and alone. Or we can do more than just create art. We can interact as a creative society.
And then now there is a whole bunch of a community of visuals. You have the Golden Ratio, you have Sue in Motion, there is Noor Taiba, there is Noise Void, who's actually multi-talented doing visuals and doing also music.
I feel a lot of talents are coming up, honestly. And actually they're reaching out, like they have this يعني كده push الحماس إنه they want to actually create more things. يعني زمان ما كان في يعني حتى لو في كان they're still in the cave. So actually يعني دحين we have the space. يعني we have spaces, we have nights. It's يعني legal. Every weekend we have a party. You can create something.
Yeah, I agree. Like they call them bedroom DJs. Back in the days, you're the DJ, you're the promoter, you're the technician, you're everything. Now there's music education. Like you could learn this in school. You can go to an institute.
You have an academy. You have workshops.
You can get a scholarship. You can get an art residency. Like there is Ministry of Culture.
I had this belief. Like I believed in what I was doing, either the films or music. I said, this is gonna be something. Even when I used to document him, I was telling myself, someday someone will ask me about this footage. And it happened. I was like, shit.